Welcome to the Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. The only show dedicated to helping parents maximize their kids' experiences and for kids to reap the fun. Here are your hosts, the Bodacious family, Adam, Anthony, and Zachary.
Welcome back to Bodaciously
Awesome Family
Show.
Yeah.
I am your host, Adam.
I'm your host, Zachary.
I'm your host, Chantel.
And I gotta tell you, right off the bat, I am digging Zachary's energy and enthusiasm. Zachary has come to play. I like it.
I'd Coke in a Slurpee. Watch out.
I know, man. So sugar you up. Got it.
I was about to say, you know why? Because it's 7-Eleven day, baby.
That's right. We're recording this on Free Slurpee Day, and Zachary is all coked up on some Coke and some sugar, and he also put in some Nerds in there. So there is all sorts of sugar and caffeine.
It's so good.
And you might not sleep, but when you do, you'll sleep hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's summer break.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So today's podcast is titled Jaws 2.
Oh, you don't mean the second of the Jaws movies installments, do you?
Well, it's Jaws 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, so it's Jaws TOO, as in also. Because way back when, if you hop in the Wayback Machine and all these places where
No one calls it that. What's a Wayback Machine?
Well,
time travel?
It's like a time travel device, a Wayback Machine. So if you jump in the Wayback Machine, and like you can do with Spotify or Apple Play or whatever, or Google Play or Apple Music, and you can look through our old podcast episodes, you would see, like, numerous years ago, Anthony and I did a podcast called Jaws, where for Anthony's cinematic education, I introduced him to one of the top 5 greatest movies of all time, Jaws. This week, however, Zachary, last week, it was your turn to experience Jaws.
So I think we should call it Jaws 2.0.
No, it's TOO.
No, TOO implies that.
Also.
Yeah, but you don't need to say also because you've already done it one time. So.
But if I call it Jaws 2,
you're misusing it.
But if we call it Jaws the number 2, then people will think it's the movie Jaws 2.
No,
which I can do
2.0.
But I can do a podcast on Jaws 2 because I've seen it more than once.
Okay, see, you're not listening.
I am listening.
All right, carry on.
Okay, carry on my way. Okay, so Zachary. So Anthony did this, and now it's up to you because you've done Jaws for the very first time. Mommy's here; she was on the last one. It's, as I pointed out, one of my favorite movies. It's my top 5 of all time.
Top 1.
Top 1, and I like that answer. I like that it's your top movie of all time. And so I want you to kind of explain something about Jaws because I want to know how you felt about it, what you liked, what you didn't like. And then we'll also talk about some of like your reactions during it, which were on point. Very exciting.
It was very scary.
So what was this movie about?
The shark that likes to eat people.
That's a pretty succinct synopsis. Anything you want to add to that?
A shark that is terrorizing a small town in their summer season.
Yes. And then there's a cop who's trying to stop it, and yeah, the shark just eats lots of people. And I think the one part, and I don't remember Anthony necessarily keying in on this when he watched it for the first time, again, about your age, was there's a part in the movie where, and spoilers, by the way, if you haven't watched Jaws, I was going to spoil everything here, but where, unfortunately, there's a little boy who's about 10 years old who goes out on a raft. And the look on your face when all of a sudden... Like, because you're like, oh, the dog's not going to get eaten because there's also a dog. And I'm like, well, maybe not just the dog. What did you think about that scene?
Aunt Amy did not handle that scene very well.
No, she didn't either. What did you think?
Scary.
Well,
relatable.
Relatable?
Relatable? Have you been eaten by a shark while you were on a raft?
Yeah, say what?
Like it might be relatable.
Oh.
Gotcha, because you might get... So... Yes, you actually mentioned that we watched it with my family, and Aunt Amy had never seen it all the way through, she said. And my other sister said she didn't realize she may not have seen it all the way through. My mom, I don't know how I grew up with these people who had never seen Jaws. Again, one of my top 5 movies of all time. But that was sacrilege, and we've now changed all their lives, I think, for the better.
I think so, yes.
So, Zach, what was your favorite part?
Probably the first half. The second half lacked a little, like it was the action pack, but the first half had a better story. My favorite part was, like, the beginning, not when she gets eaten, like them just investigating and stuff. That was really cool to me.
I like how you liked the first part better, because you're right. The second half is what would be considered the more tension to action part, whereas the first really does build the characters of the three different characters and how they interact.
I also like the first half better.
I do too, but yeah, from a kid's perspective, like I know when I was Zach's age and I saw it, I absolutely liked the water half better, right? Because I liked seeing the shark and the danger of the water, and I think that's a pretty mature answer. That was the part that you gravitated towards, because the establishment of the characters, I think, really draws you into the rest of the movie.
Well, the first half builds a lot of suspense and excitement and mystery, where I think the second half occasionally tips over into cheesy. The first half just builds the suspense, and that's really, really great.
Okay, most of what you said there, I believe, is actually very accurate and very poignant. However, if we ever refer to Jaws as cheesy again, we're going to have problems.
You're not going to be on of the second half when they're on the boat and the large mechanical shark is circling and doing things that...
Don't talk bad about Bruce.
Okay. A large shark would not be doing when it is like chasing them. Come on.
Okay, we call Jaws
when it was tied to the boat.
Yeah. All right, so... I'm just teasing, but yes, because I do love this movie. But yeah, I think you're very correct, like about how it builds that tension and how it builds that suspense, because that was so poignant.
So there's one thing that I never realized that really bothered me until I've watched it. This is probably I'm going to call it my half dozen times. It really bothers me that the shark doesn't eat the mayor. Oh my god, I hate the mayor so much.
You don't like the mayor, but he has those awesome sports coats.
Oh my god, the mayor. He's
Wait, let me pretend to be the mayor. Oh, there's a giant shark terrorizing our waters. You guys may swim.
Yeah, you guys may swim, and I need to make money because that's the most important thing.
Martin, my kids are on that beach too.
No, don't even get me started.
No, the mayor, I think, is actually one of the greatest characters in cinema history, because you can... like the worminess that he has, right? And he makes all of the bad decisions for what his purposes he thinks are the right reasons. And he's obviously very wrong, but he makes the wormiest decisions possible. And unfortunately, I think you see that as a character type, like in modern society, but we won't get there. But I really love him as a character. But yeah, the fact that he doesn't go out in the water and get eaten is sad, because you want to see that character get eaten. But on the other hand, that's also, like, the fact that he's that wormy character that doesn't get eaten is this just can just gnaw on you forever.
Yeah, he plays it really well.
I don't remember if he's in Jaws 2. I don't think he is. We'll have to watch it again.
I actually have never seen Jaws 2, so it'll be the first time for me.
Well, there's a part where he eats a helicopter.
Jaws or the mayor?
The mayor?
I'll let you figure that out. So, Zachary, so you like the first half better. Was there a favorite scene or a favorite shot or a favorite moment of the movie for you? Because I can tell you my favorite moment.
Me too.
Probably when... So in the first half, just seeing how many... Like, how it shows that it just creeps up on you. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I just liked how it just showed up, done, gone.
So I know which part Dad likes, and you may be referring to the two guys who decide they want to go out and get the reward, and they're out on the dock. That part is so good.
Yeah, when the dock pulls away and the one guy falls in and he's swimming back, and you just see the dock itself turn towards him and start chasing him. Oh my, that's actually one of my favorite moments in movie history. It's unbelievable. The music kicks up. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I love the music. It's like dun.
Yeah, you like the Jaws theme? It's pretty good, right?
Dun.
So the Jaws theme is written by the same guy who did the Indiana Jones theme and the Star Wars theme and the Harry Potter theme and the Jurassic Park theme. He has some skills.
Yeah, he's pretty good. So I would actually say my favorite part though is when the shark gets into the pond.
Oh, after Michael. Michael!
Well, no, and the hippie chick lady is just like going, Shark!
Shark! It's going to the pond!
It's the pond! And nobody's listening to her. She's like pointing her fingers like, Shark! It's the pond!
And she's like painting like her Bob Ross painting of the beach.
Yeah, but she's invisible to society. So nobody even sees her there.
Well, I mean, they're all focused on the fact that's where they just try to shake all the people out of the pond, or out of the water. So it's not the fact they were ignoring her per se. It's just the fact that they had just gotten the actual the fake.
That was the mayor's. That was actually the mayor enemy, so that he told them all to ignore her, so he could make more money.
Oh, that's necessarily the case, but yeah, maybe.
Probably so.
Yeah. So, who's your favorite character?
Probably. What's her name? It's the wife.
Chief Brody's wife? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Why?
Because she just let him go out there. That was really funny. She's just because that set it up a lot. It's set up for the pond scene. It's set up for the Jaws movie, basically.
Yeah. So you liked well, did you like her from the aspect of that she was the kid's mom and how she set up him being able to go out, Michael being able to go out in the boat, going in the pond?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a really good plot mechanic in that point. So that's a good answer. Oh, who's your favorite character?
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss's character.
Really?
What's his name?
Hooper.
Hooper, yes. How is Hooper not your favorite character?
Because it's Quint.
Oh my God, not Quint.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Hooper.
No, and then he gets eaten at school.
Yeah, that part.
I was so happy. I'm like, Donna.
Yeah, you were actually rooting for before that happens. They're out of the boat, and you actually asked if the shark eats Quint. I'm like, what? And you're like, does the shark eat him? I'm like, which him are you talking about? You're like, the captain guy. I'm like, you want the shark to eat Quint? And you're like, yes.
No, duh.
I agree. He had to go.
I liked him more. I somehow liked the mayor better than him.
Wow. Ooh. No, Quint's awesome.
That's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement. Yeah, Quint's great. But hey, teach their own. So you like Chief Brody's wife the best. You like Richard Dreyfuss's character best. Hooper. And Hooper is a great character as well. And I like Quint, so all is good. So I want to talk about some of the end, because right, you're watching a movie that's this old. Again, this movie came out in 1978-ish, 76. So this is a pretty old movie. It's probably one of the older ones you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of think about how that still translates to younger audiences or current audiences. Great. And obviously, this one, pretty great.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, and you were bought in. Not only were you obviously invested in that first half, which again, more character-driven, but in the second half, every time you were supposed to jump, that I imagine if I was in the theater in 1976 would have jumped, you, Zachary, jumped and every time, and that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then Claire came over to reassure me that I was...
That's right, the dog came over to reassure you because she thought you were in trouble because you kept yelping.
Yeah, well, he was definitely into it. It was fun watching because he was so into it.
Yeah, like the time when they're chumming and the shark comes up, he's like, you need a bigger boat, but you literally, you're like, and then again, the next time you kind of see it, you were all in, and that was so cool to watch. So, did it end the way you thought it was going to, with at least one of those guys dying, the other two coming back,
no.
but them killing the shark?
I of course they killed the shark, it's the movie, but I didn't imagine him killing it. I thought it was going to be Hooper. Hooper was going to be the savior of the movie.
Oh, okay, good point. How did you think they might kill it?
I thought they were going to use some device to not a gun, but it was going to be
an underwater electrical wire.
Yes, an electric net, so that they could catch it and it would get electrocuted and it would pass out and they could put it in a pool. Or
what about a grenade? Think they use a grenade to kill it?
Grenade?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're just going to be like, hey, let's bring some grenades to kill a shark. Let's ride, broski.
Don't tell them, but that's what happens in Jaws 3.
Wait, really? Really?
Is that the one at SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Wait, Jaws 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I read the thing.
You read what thing?
The description. They move and then a different shark comes.
Yeah.
They have bad luck.
Yeah. Well, the second one's pretty good. The third one, it goes to SeaWorld, and it's pretty cheesy. That one's a legit cheesy. And the fourth one's just plain bad.
Yeah, but given that Chief Brody's wife is his favorite character, maybe he should see the fourth one. Because it's all about how Jaws is actually stalking her.
Yeah, Jaws follows her to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
As sharks do.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
But what's awesome is the third one, again, which is a little cheesy in SeaWorld, when they originally were they decided to make Jaws 3, and they didn't know how they wanted to make it. And one of the ideas was that they were actually going to make it a comedy. and it was going to be like an airplane-like spoof comedy. And the original title, I'm not making any of this up, the original title of the movie was going to be called Jaws 3, People Zero.
Oh, wow.
That was
I don't think it would still have the same cult following had they gone that direction.
Man, I would totally pay money to watch Jaws 3, People Zero. I may be the only person, but like that'd be a movie that just made for me.
Carlos would go.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Carlos would totally go see that with me. We'll tag him on this. All right, Zach. So is there anything else you want? So you've now said it's your number one movie of all time, right?
Yep.
So what else is on your list of like top movies ever?
Avengers Infinity War, I love that movie.
Yep, that was your previous number one.
Yeah.
And which is great.
I really, really like Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay, FFH as the kids call it.
He's slowly blinking while he's looking at you.
I know, he doesn't realize this is like a podcast and not a YouTube video.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, what else? So what else?
People
okay.
can't see you, man.
So what else besides, so you had Avengers, so it's Jaws, Avengers Infinity War, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. What else?
Yep. I need like a list to see, but probably Blackbeard's Ghost. I really like that one.
That was when we watched during the pandemic with Mom. That was a fun little Disney movie on D+. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. But we digress from Jaws just a bit. I still have a very important question for you, Zachary.
Yeah, I was going to end with this, but yes, I think we should do this now. Go ahead.
Are you going to get back into the water?
Given we live in Florida and all. Again, they can't see your face of terror.
He's just staring with his eyes wide right now. So say we go.
Eyes with black eyes.
So say we go to Daytona Beach, and we often get on our boogie boards.
Oh dear.
And ride the waves.
Oh dear.
In Daytona Beach.
Like the raft.
On July 4th.
Like the raft with the boys.
Right.
Alex Kittner.
So is it safe to get back in the water? He's now shaking his head.
What about a bathtub? Can you get back into a bathtub?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the pool?
Yeah.
Okay. What about like a lake in Florida?
No.
No,
well,
because trick question.
That anyway, because of alligators.
Yeah. See, trick question. Good job.
Gators.
So okay. In all seriousness, are you gonna be okay getting in the water?
Maybe.
I honestly think he'll hesitate.
I do too. But I think he will eventually. I think he'll be. It may take him a while.
Hey, I imagine in the 70s when this came out, there was many children who were afraid to get in the water.
Yeah, because this is like PG. People saw this when they were like 5, right? Like there's no age limits.
Yeah, it certainly makes you think twice about it.
So that's a very good question. I like that. We'll see what happens. When aren't you taking it to the beach like in a week or so?
Oh, this Friday.
Oh my.
It's going to be really hot if you don't get in the water.
Oh, dear. That's going to be on the Gulf, though. You're fine.
Yeah, there's no sharks in the Gulf.
Right, exactly. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So, all right. So we'll go backwards here. Mommy, anything else you want to say about Jaws, about this experience watching Jaws with Zachary for his first time, and apparently my 2 sisters and Mom, your half dozenth time, my, we'll say 12th, or second, full dozenth time.
You know what? It holds up well. It is a super fun summer thriller.
Absolutely. It's a banger. Love it. Still in my top 5 of all time.
Imagine watching that on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
So they will there's a lot of places that will do Jaws in unique locations during the summer. Mm-hmm. So you'll find a lot of water parks will do it in their wave pool, and they'll put up a big screen. So imagine like at Adventure Island, and they'll put up a screen in the front of the wave pool, and they'll do Jaws in the wave pool. That
would be pretty cool. Can you imagine like sitting in your life jacket or noodle or whatever watching that?
Yeah, a lot of water parks do it, and then you also find it usually like in a lot of usually in a lot of lakes like in the Midwest or where so you have like big lakes, and they'll do a screening on a lake. Not often in the ocean just because it's kind of be hard to logistically.
Yeah, where are you gonna put the screen?
Yeah, but yeah. That would be really. I would totally. If you ever see, I would love to go see like Jaws in a wave pool. I think it'd be incredible.
Dive-in movie.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Zach, anything else you want to say about your cinematic education and watching the Steven Spielberg classic, Jaws?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, well, gets the clap. My favorite director of all time. I'm glad you're loving it. All right, everyone. Well, we will talk to y'all later. Don't just be awesome.
Be bodaciously awesome.
And we're going to talk to y'all next week.
Wait. Do we still do Zachary's random thought of the day?
Oh, wait, no, but we did forget something. Hold on. I'm sorry. Cookie, on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being absolute waste 2 hours of your life, 5 being mental imperfection, using only whole and half numbers, how would you rate that movie?
Oh, Dawson's 5.
Okay, Zachary, on a scale of 0 to 5.
5.
Okay, you all right? It is a 5. And the random thought just comes after
slurping.
at the end. Yes. All right, everyone, talk to you all later. Bye!
Zachary,